the closing doors, please.
Man, I like Staten Island just because, for the simple fact is, we're underrated. You know what I'm saying? We're known as the Forgotten Borough.
Underrated crazy, like,
you know what I'm saying?
A lot of people like understand, like they rep the boroughs. Listen, I'm an artist, so almost every event I ever went to, they shout out every borough except for Staten Island. And we the only motherfuckers when we go to events that even rep the stat.
That
like,
are from Staten Island.
You know what I'm saying? Like I know a lot of artists coming out of stat right now, and they're doing their thing, but like it's like I feel like motherfuckers forgot the fact of where this shit started from. Like Wu-Tang Clan is the best rap group that ever come out in hip hop, and that shit started in Staten Island. And these motherfuckers like act like there's no talent out here, like. You know what I'm saying? There's a lot of artists out here. There's a lot of people that's grinding and building, and there's a lot of people, and there's a lot of shit that goes on in Staten Island that people don't even know about. Most of all, like they talk shit like, you know, like they don't even understand like the drug epidemic. They don't understand the kids, 13-year-old dudes going sniffing perks and doing heroin.
Fuck you niggas that selling heroin, yo. I'll kill you, yo. Fucking
nah, but so on some shit though, like. You know what I'm saying? Like about Staten Island, like all these DJs and shit. Like we go to like events and shit outside Staten Island. Like we go to Brooklyn, Manhattan, Queens. Like no offense to any of the DJs and shit, but like they never shout out Staten Island. They shout out every borough but Staten Island.
But Staten Island,
you know
it's like, yo, we don't even exist.
And it's like,
meanwhile, like, yo, the dopest fucking rap group in history came out of Staten Island. Like, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, man. And it's like, the way I see it is, how many boroughs, I'm gonna ask you, everyone watching, I'm gonna ask you, how many boroughs are there in New York City? You know what I'm saying? There's not 4, there's 5. 5 boroughs equals Staten Island. You know what I'm saying? It goes Brooklyn, Queens, Staten, Manhattan, and Bronx. You know what I'm saying? There's no reason why there shouldn't be Staten Island shouted out when they're shouting out every other borough.
Yo, we went to Harlem.
You know
we went to an event in Harlem, and they said every borough except Staten Island.
I mean, look, it's cool. You
Every
know what
borough,
I'm saying?
Queens, Bronx,
They'll shout out Connecticut and Jersey before they shut out Staten Island.
What do you guys dislike about Staten Island?
Well, I dislike the most is that dudes don't like to connect, man.
Dudes don't show love.
Dudes don't show love.
Not even that though.
Everybody's in their own lane. Everybody's in their own lane.
Yeah, a lot of people don't show love.
Like down south, all the motherfuckers are all hooked up together. New York, it's like yo, I'm on my own shit.
Nah, yo.
I'm on my own shit. Like when it comes to that.
People gotta realize the drug epidemic that's going on right now. Me, I lost my fucking brother, yo. That my cousin I grew up with since I was a little kid. Yo, this fucking shit that's going on with the heroin, bro,
like, yo,
it needs to come to an end, man.
And yo, I feel like music nowadays so
yo, his brother. This is not my boy. This is my family, yo. And his brother is fucked up, and I'm happy that he's getting help right now. And my cousin, we didn't know about my cousin. My cousin fucking passed away because of that shit. But people need to realize about Staten Island, like the heroin shit is like out of control.
It's called
right
Heroin
now.
Island. You can look that shit up on Drugs Inc.
Yo, they made a documentary on that
like,
shit.
yo, that is
people
like,
need to recognize what's going on in Staten Island. Yo.
I dislike about Staten Island that a lot of people from Staten Island, they don't like to work together. You know what I'm saying? If you know me and you know him, like
we fucking borough,
we show love to everybody, and
like,
I'm always
willing. They get on. Like
I'm always willing to collaborate with other artists. See, me and him, we're two different elements. Me, I'm graffiti. Him, he's an MC. You know what I'm saying? We're different, but we also relate at the same time. You know what I'm saying? Like, see me, I'm an artist. I do graffiti. When people think of graffiti, they think of the shit on the walls. They think of the shit on the rooftops, on the highways. That's one aspect of graffiti, but there's a bigger definition to graffiti. You know what I'm saying? And that's my story. I used to do graffiti illegally. Now I do it legal.
Yo, straight up, like, yo, we can get artists from the island to all join together. It should blow up. It should blow up crazy.
How would y'all say Staten Island influence y'all, like, separately with your different arts? You as the MC and you as the graffiti artist.
Well, mostly influenced me as an artist is growing up with Wu-Tang, growing up on dudes that actually spit that life shit. Because I ain't from the projects, I ain't from that. But I understand the life shit because I've been through shit. Like a lot of shit that I've been through relates back to that type of music. So that type of music influenced me to be more truthful. That's why I don't talk about like popping bottles, blah blah blah. I don't talk about that shit because I don't live that shit. But I do talk about the life shit. But I understand in now times in the industry that you gotta come with the singing shit. You gotta come with the you know, like the swag shit. But what I do in my music is I put that in the chorus. So when that motherfuckers be bumping that shit, then I put the life shit.
So it's like a mixture of both.
I cross the bridge together. I'm a man with the artist. Like he paints the pictures for motherfuckers. Like he does. Yo, my man right here did work for anybody you want to name right now. Method Man, fucking Charles Barkley, fucking DJ Khaled. Like yo, he's an artist. So what separates us from other dudes is that we combining the two.
We're combining the two.
We're combining the two forces from music and art.
He's the MC, I'm the graffiti writer. There's 2 elements. There's 5 elements all together, and all the 5 elements relate. We'll be in Brooklyn, and we'll tell people we're from Staten Island, and they'll be like, oh, you're all the way from Staten Island? You gotta understand, like, Staten Island's only a bridge ride away. You know what I'm saying? Like, we part of the 5 boroughs.
Words like
you know what I'm saying? So, like, when I tell people we're from Staten Island, they be like, oh, you're all the way from Staten Island? Like, it's not that far away. You know what I'm saying? Like I said, like, we're part of the 5 boroughs. Like, it's only a bridge ride away. So, you know what I'm saying? I just want to let everyone know, like, yo, Staten Island's coming up. I'm going to make sure of it. You know what I'm saying? Like, I go by the name Rephpaint on Instagram. REPHPAINT. You know what I'm saying? And that stems from everything that I did in the past reflects off what I do now. You know what I'm saying? And what I did in the past was graffiti illegally. But I switched it and now I do it legally. You know what I'm saying? And that's like my story. You know what I'm saying? Like illegal to legal. And it has its similarities, but it also has its differences. And that's what I want to show people what I do.
How do you see the Bronx? How do you perceive Queens? How do you perceive Brooklyn? Like,
The Bronx, I see Big Pun.
How they all differently?
The Bronx, I see Big Pun.
When you see,
You know what I'm saying?
When you see Brooklyn, you see Biggie.
Harlem,
right?
I see Big L. Brooklyn, I see Biggie. You know what I'm saying? Queens, I see Mobb Deep, Nas.
But to be honest,
you know what I'm saying?
I'm gonna tell you right now, though. I'm gonna tell you right now, though.
That's the shit.
There's a lot of
that's the real shit.
A lot of talented artists coming out of the tri-state. You know what I'm saying? Not even New York City. You know what I mean? As far as like the stereotypes, I don't really think like that. I look at you and I see who you are as a person. You know what I mean? Because a lot of people, I tell you if I'm from Staten Island and they look at me differently because I'm from Staten Island. But basically, like yo, that's just one of the boroughs. Look.
I perceive each one like everybody got their own swag, got their own style. But what I feel about New York personally is that they need to come with their original style where it started from. Don't worry about what's popping on the radio. Don't worry about who sounds like Fuse, who sounds like Drake. Do your own shit. Spit your own life. Because at the end, when you spit your life shit, when you spit the shit that you've been through, motherfuckers gotta respect it. They can't not respect it. You know what I'm saying? If you sound like blah blah blah, it's like I've been back. All right, he trying to sound like him. He trying to sound like that. But when you come with the life shit, like Nas, It Was Rain, or you come with some Slim Shady LP shit, or you come with some shit like Kendrick Lamar, you know, Good Kid, Mad City. Like when you spit that life shit, motherfuckers gonna feel, and they're gonna know like. That's his life. That's his life. That shit's real.
Right.
So like, yo, New York need to start working together. New York need to start worrying about. Stop worrying about what's popping on the radio. Stop worrying about what the next guy's doing.
Do you.
And do you. Because if motherfuckers, if you spit your life and you put that shit in like I ain't gonna talk about my dead mother in a song if it ain't real. I ain't gonna talk about my brother being in heaven if it ain't real. I ain't gonna talk about being broke till I was 18 if it ain't real. You know what I'm saying? I ain't gonna talk about dealing drugs if it ain't real. But I don't even fabricate about that shit. Like, I don't talk bodies because I ain't caught a body. I don't talk about guns because I carry the gun. You know what I'm saying? I lost my friend who got shot in his head from a gun, but that ain't me, that was my man.
Yeah.
Yo, how would you say Staten Island has changed, like, compared to living now? Like, what's the difference?
Staten Island has changed now. I feel like Staten Island has changed.
It hasn't really changed much.
They basically adapted to the new style of music, which is dope. Cause I feel like it can't be underground.
Just go to the next best thing.
It can't all be underground like Wu-Tang. Wu-Tang is legendary shit, but you have to progress.
Right.
Like yo, Spank Just Business, you know, Billy the Kid, you know, all them dudes, like yo, them dudes is dope. Like you know what I'm saying? All them dudes is dope fucking MCs. And I feel like yo, they bringing the balance, but at the same time, like you know, you need a banger to be on the radio. But I love the fact that Staten Island artists are getting heard. I love the fact that dudes that are coming up from the bottom and making it to the top, you know, or getting that shit playing on the radio. Shout out to all them dudes, bro. Any artist from Staten Island, I fuck with everybody, man. I heard from every artist from Staten Island. Ain't anybody, Park Hill, fucking the Harbor, fucking Stapleton, anybody. I can name anybody from there that I can say I heard before, and they dope artists, man.
I'm from Oakwood, you know what I mean? But I represent Staten Island. I represent my whole city, and I represent the whole planet, man. I represent for the people. You know, I say I'm from Staten Island because that's where I slept. That's where I learned my lessons. You know what I'm saying? Word.
What about you guys? Where you guys
I'm
from?
the Harbor right here. Yo, I'm from Bull's Head, Springville. That's it.
303 the Harbor. Staten Island in the 90s, what you hear in the background right now, the Wu-Tang, that was that shit right there, you know what I'm saying? Like, Staten Island in the 90s was the greatest shit ever. Neighborhood football games, neighborhood fights, neighborhood everything. You had Oakwood on the South Shore, you had Timeville on the South Shore, you had the Harbor, you had Bull's Head, you had Westerly, you had everybody, you know what I'm saying? Stapleton, Park Hill, neighborhood fights, neighborhood fucking football games. Staten Island was that shit. Staten Island you could fucking come to and you get love from anybody. I feel like
Staten Island in the 90s was all about that underground hip hop scene. And what they did was that they elevated the sound of music. They went from 80s to 90s and they elevated. They were like, yo, what other rap group, you know, came out with like 12 dudes and all these motherfuckers were ill, man. Legendary.
One of a kind.
People forget that the best, my opinion, not to hear nobody, my opinion is that the best rap group to ever come out in hip hop was Wu-Tang Clan. And I'm not saying that because I'm from Staten Island. I'm saying that because
pure skill.
Yo, that's the fucking truth. Besides, I would say besides them Terror Squad, because all those Puerto Rican cats have bars, man. But yo, straight up, like yo, man. Shaolin, bro, yo, these motherfuckers they had the Wu Wei, they had the old shit, like, you know.
The Wallabies, the motherfucking, and just everything, bro. Shoes, clothes, everything. Yo, and you know what?
They said, yo, they put Staten Island on the map because if it wasn't for them, this island would never be known, bro. And what I feel would have hurt Staten Island the most is that so many people from Staten Island was influenced by what they did, that they stayed in that era, which is dope. But you gotta understand that as time moves, you gotta evolve.
Right. That's
so a lot of dudes, a lot of artists that's from Staten Island, they're still stuck in that Wu-Tang era, which is dope. But you gotta understand, like, times has evolved. Like, you know, motherfuckers got auto-tune now, singing out, this and that. So times has evolved. So it's like a lot of dudes, a lot of artists we meet, they're still stuck in that 97 era, 96 era, which is dope, because they're still dope. But in order to really pop in this industry right now, you gotta have what's popping right now.
Current.
You gotta have what's current right now.
That's what I was gonna get to.
You know what I'm saying? But it don't take away from the fact that, like, yo, there's still hardcore underground motherfuckers that appreciate the bars. They ain't about that dancing, blah 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 shit. They about the bar. They about the life shit. But me as an artist, I try to put both of them together, so at least the motherfuckers can respect the art shit and respect the chorus shit and respect all that. Yo, shout out every Staten Island artist, man. Every motherfucker from the borough, man. Fifth Borough, the Forgotten Borough, the fucking borough that started this shit. Best fucking rap group ever, man. Wu-Tang Clan, 36 Chambers.